welcome back to the Drivers Room. We're in the Sunday league today. This is round 6, season 1 of 2020, and we're at Spa in the rain. First wet race of the Drivers Room, I believe. One mate race in the Subaru Vivis GT VGTs, and on pole today we have Gadget. Debut race this season. This was his car choice, so he thought he'd join in on the action this Sunday. Team Sigma sticking it on pole. And in second place we have Wilco. I forgot to mention, Gadget starting on the full wets. Wilco in second, starting on the intermediates. 8th in the championship at the moment at 46 points. He's tied in 8th place with Daz and finished 8th last round, I believe. Great quality today, narrowly missing out on his first pole in Tier 1. In third place we have myself, DJ Rice, starting on the full wets. 3rd in the championship at the moment on 76 points. Missed the last round, but 4 podiums in the first 4 races still keeps me in a solid position in the championship at the moment. In 4th place we have MJR Mercer, Mr. Drivers Room, starting on the full wet. 7th place in the championship at the moment on 48 points. Solid 3rd place finish last time round for first podium in the season. Yeah, great result, catapulted him up the table, and a good quality today. Sees him just outside the top 3. And in 5th place we have Ferdek, starting on the full wets. He's 12th in the championship at the moment with 25 points. No points for Ferdek in the last 2 rounds, so can't afford to drop any results from here on out, but a good quality result today should see him do well. In 6th place we have Canny, starting on the intermediates. He's 16th in the championship at the moment on 7 points. Pretty tough season so far for Canny. He's looking pretty good today in this unpredictable Subaru. In 7th place we have Mangino, starting on the intermediates. He's 6th place in the championship at the moment on 50 points. Winner of the last round comfortably. Stellar drive from Mangino, pole to race win. And yeah, starting in the midfield today. See how he gets on. In 8th place we have Kamaru. Starting on the intermediates, 5th place in the championship at the moment, 59 points. 5th place last round as well for him. 10 points behind Bullet at the moment in the championship, but has already dropped a round, so in a pretty good position. And in 9th place we have Jules, starting on the full wets. Excuse me, 14th in the championship at the moment, 22 points. Difficult season so far for Jules, picked up 12th last round. Best result of the season still 6th place in round 1. In 10th place we have Muller, starting on the intermediates. 10th in the championship at the moment on 38 points, 6th place last round. Extremely unlucky season so far, has been caught out in a lot of incidents that weren't his fault. Starting from the back today, he's got a lot to do. In 11th place we have Bullet, starting on the intermediates. 4th place in the championship at the moment, 69 points. 7th place last round, also 7 points behind myself in 3rd place in the table. Needs a good result today, but also got a lot to do starting near the back. In 12th place we have Hit the Mac, starting on the full wets. Debut race this season for one of our reserve drivers. Extremely quick driver, easily a front runner Tier 1s, but yeah, may have been caught out by this unique handling Subaru if you haven't got the practice in beforehand. In 13th place we have V8 Vendetta, starting on the full wets. 13th place in the championship on 25 points. Another driver having a difficult season so far, needs a consistent drive today, starting from 13th. And in 14th place we have Daz. He's starting on the intermediates, 9th in the championship at the moment on 46 points after a recent upturn in form and results, but finds himself at the back of the grid today in this wet race at Spa. But that's our grid walk today. Let's get underway. So here we are then at Spa, first wet race for the Drivers Room, about to get underway, and 4-wheel drive should be pretty sensible off the line. And we're off. Pretty sure everyone's got away cleanly there, no false starts. In this hybrid monster's got myself just getting the inside of the sauce by the looks of it. Wilco just getting run to the outside there. He's going to lose a bit of momentum, just holds on to 2nd place, or does he? Can't see through the cloud, but So yeah, Gadget retaining first place, myself up into second, Wilco down to third. So Furdeck and Mercer swapping places there as well. As I was about to say, this is going to be a difficult track to stay penalty free on. It's like Mercer retaking his fourth place, but Furdeck's going to have the inside of Lecum. I'm not going to say the corner names too much because my accent will absolutely butcher them. And but yeah, so you got Gadget in first place, myself running extremely wide there, it's dropping down to third place, just about keeping the speed up there and holding on to third place as Furdeck having a look now. Mercer settling into fifth behind Furdeck again. You've got Canny still in sixth, Mangino in seventh. Mangino running really wide there, but looks like he's lost a couple of places. No, holding on to seventh place. Very difficult to see what's going on there. Mangino going a little bit sideways there again. Bullet in up into eighth now. It's a pretty good start from Bullet. Jules down to 10th, Mac in 11th still, Daz up to 12th, Yates still in 13th, Muller down to 14th. So Muller's again probably got caught up in some unwanted action at the start of the race and finds himself at the back of the grid. But anyway, you see Gadget leading the way now, so Wilco back up into second. I missed that one again, but yeah, so Wilco into second, Furdeck in fourth still, Mercer coming under pressure from Mangino. Mangino up to sixth, Canny's lost a place somewhere as well. It's like someone just losing control a little bit. So coming to the chicane for the first time at the end of lap one. Gadget crossing the line first, Wilco second, myself in third, Furdeck fourth. So fifth, Mangino sixth, if Mangino makes a move into turn one. Just a bit of avoidance there by the looks of it. This car extremely difficult to slow down. So everyone through cleanly. To rejoin Gadget on the Kemmel straight. Already built a little bit of a gap to Wilco behind. Furdeck's still staying in the slipstreams. Mercer's cut a corner there. Looks like Daz has gone a little bit wide there. Bit of a collision coming back onto the track, but slots back in the 14th place. As we said, this is easily the most unique handling car track condition combo I've done on Gran Turismo so far. So not much experience driving in the rain on this game anyway. But, still managing to hold on the third place at the moment. A little bit of a gap to Furdeck behind. Mercer looks to put him under pressure again, so the race just settling down now. Mangino 6th, Canny in 7th, Bullet still in 8th, Kamara in 9th, Mack is up to 10th now, Jules right behind. Muller in 12th, V8 in 13th, Dad's just getting back up to speed. To 7, look like Wilco's closed the gap there a little bit. Yeah, definitely worth noting as well, a little bit of confusion before the race about the lobby settings. I think most people practice with the grip settings on low instead of real. Obviously on real in the rain it's a lot more interesting. So I think most people practiced with it on low. And It's looking like the intermediate is a strong tyre. Not much in it at the moment. Gadget just picking up a penalty there, so he's lost the clean race bonus early on. Gone through Eau Rouge on lap 3. Let's come over the top of the hill. Look. Amazing looking. Just going purple at the start of lap 3. He will go with the fastest lap at the moment, so he's obviously closed that gap to Gadget up ahead. But worth noting as well, the hybrid system on this car, or the battery, you need to do a fair bit of lifting and coasting to make this battery last for the full half an hour. As you see myself just running a little bit wide again through that same corner. Ferdek just chomping at the bit to get past now. Mercer still lurking in 5th place. Mangino in 6th. Pulled a little bit of a gap back to Canny in 7th. So Kamara up into 8th now. So Jules, I call it a night. Jules has got ahead of Hit the Mac somewhere. Mac in 11th. In 12th. So goes round the outside. Goes round the outside of Pujon, makes that stick. And slows the car down nicely. So Muller moving up to 10th place. So it looks like Wilco is just picking up that as he runs really wide. Coming out of the last corner in the Blanchimont. Told you I'd butcher him. So come through the chicane, the end of lap 3. Yeah, he's really closed that gap up on Gadget. So Gadget's had a good exit out of the last turn though. So it looks like Wilco's a lot better on the brakes. So again, Gadget with a good exit should be safe. Should be safe through this next section of corners, up and over Radion and down the Kemmel Straight. So Wilco firmly in that slipstream at the moment. It's hitting the 8-minute mark now, so tyre wear not an issue. Fueling will be though. And it looks like Ferdek putting myself under pressure into Lacombe, and he gets the inside. I think that's going to be a pretty comfortable move. So yeah, just keeps it so neat and tidy, keeps the speed up and gets 3rd place. Good move there from Ferdek, himself down to 4th. Mercer ready to pounce in 5th. Mangino closing that gap up as well in 6th place. A bit of penalty there, but Ferdek moving himself up into the last podium spot. Just rejoin the front 2 again, so Wilco is still holding on to the back of Gadget. His best overtaking opportunities, obviously getting a good exit out of turn 1 and up and over and through Eau Rouge, just stay close through Eau Rouge and get a bit of a slingshot out and overtake down the Kemmel Straight or into Lacombe. So obviously following that closely through Eau Rouge in these conditions will take a bit of skill and bravery. Rejoin as Ferdek. Looks like he's pulled a little bit of a gap to myself now. Ferdek in a bit of clean there and building the speed up. He's come up to this heavy braking zone, and all inside here. Oh, that's see Mercer running a little bit deep there. Mangino cuts a bit of corner, but gets a better line out of the last corner. But Mercer doing enough to stay ahead. Mangino gets inside of turn one, but I think there's a bit of contact there, so gives the place back. But in doing that, I think he's lost a lot of momentum. He's lost another 2 places there to Canny and Kamaru, so he's dropped back to 8th place. Oh, and they'll have a 7-second penalty for your trouble as well. So you shouldn't laugh, but yeah, it's going to his penalty systems. It's late on the brakes. He may well, a bit too late on the brakes, I think, as Kamaru runs a little bit deep behind as well. So this should see Mercer and Canny pull away a little bit. Mangino and Kamaru just recovering now as Miller up to 9th. And it looks like Max had an incident somewhere. We'll spare the blushes to Mac dropping down to 13th. So Daz moving up into 11th. What are we at now? 12-minute mark. Let's have a quick look at the lead. Wilco right up the gearbox of Gadget at the moment. Yeah, great drive from Wilco, as mentioned a few times this season, ever improving driver, and they're definitely showing it, definitely coming together in this track car combo. So keeping Gadget more than honest at the moment. Oh, look at the fuel difference though. So Gadget obviously short shifting and a little bit lift and post. Check the battery level as well. It's pretty similar at the moment. So just on fuel levels alone, Gadget is getting close to a quarter of a tank better off at the moment. That will come into play at the pit stops. Looks like pretty much everyone's probably going to go for a one-stopper here. See what happens if obviously around the halfway mark a few people will go longer to try and get an overcut done. But Furdeck in 3rd place, solidly in 3rd still, maintaining the gap to myself in 4th. Looks like I've pulled a bit of a gap to Mercer in 5th. Kamaru coming under pressure from Mangino into the source. So Kamaru's running a little bit wide there. So I think Mangino's just going to have to slot back in. Single file through Rouge. Canny right behind these two as well now. I'm saying that, I think Canny must have dropped back a couple of places behind Mercer a little while ago. Chopping and changing in the midfield as per usual. Let's have a quick on board. No on boards available. Oh, it's all kicking off behind us. Muller and Canny with a little bit of a coming together. I think Muller was just a bit too late on the brakes there. It's getting a little bit deep. Getting on the side of Canny there. So Muller in 9th, still Bullet in 10th, right behind. There's 11th, Mac 12th, and Jules in 13th. taking an interesting line there. Coming up to the halfway point of this race now. Gadget's still doing enough to stay ahead at the moment and conserving fuel pretty well. So, see what Wilco does here is just crossing the 15-minute mark now, so this could very well be a pit stop for both of these guys. And I think definitely out of the top 6. Oh no, Kamaru's won a race. I think the top 5 drivers anyway at the moment. No one's won a race this season. So it does look like we're going to be on course for a 5th winner in 6 races. So we've got Gadget and Wilco both diving into the pits. 17% better fuel for Gadget. I'll say that will come into play now. We'll see what the gap's like when they leave the pits and what sort of fuel load they take on. So Freddie jumping into the pits, myself. There we go, it's our first driver going for the longest stint. It's Kamaru, probably just be the 1 lap longer. That fuel level getting low as well. So Kamaru, Monk, Kenny and Muller all going for another lap. See where these guys feed into things. Yeah, Gadget out. Looks like Gadget's going to retain the lead of this race, so that is perfect for Gadget. Clean air again, can just run his own race now. Kamaru in 2nd, Mangino 3rd, and Wilco rejoining the race in 6th place. Got a bit of clean air though, so, and he's taking on a full tank of fuel. Just check Gadget. Oh wow, so Gadget's taking on just over half a tank. Wilco with a full tank of fuel there. Don't think he meant to do that, as it looks like Kenny and Muller are having a bit of action there. So, Muller runs wide, rejoins in 5th place. Kenny up to 4th now temporarily. One of the we've got 4 drivers that have gone for this extra lap. Wilco already closing that gap to Muller up ahead, and still with the fastest lap of the race on lap 3. So Wilco, some phenomenal pace today, but I think he's just messed up his pit stop strategy a little bit. Could prove costly. So 3rd against 7th, Mercer is out on the race in super softs. Okay, that'd be interesting. Keep an eye on those lap times. You've got myself in 9th, so looks like Mercer's either overtaking me somewhere or jumping in the pits, and I'm on the full wets and Mercer's on the super softs. So we'll see how this pans out. A little bit of a wiggle there, but pretty neat and tidy at the moment. Bullet rejoins in 10th, Daz in 11th, both on intermediates, and this is the next group of guys pit stopping now, as you see. And Muller's gone through again, I believe. So Muller going very long in his first stint, just trying to clear some of that traffic, I think. I will go up to 3rd place, and he's going to get a nice tow. Nice tow down the Kemble Straight. So 3rd in 4th place, good drive from 3rd so far. Pretty much everyone good to the end of the race now. Byron Muller, I think Muller's the only guy left who has to pit. Gino in 5th, and Kenny up to 6th. So looks like going long might have been a good option for some guys. So Mercer on the super softs. Kamaru in 8th, myself in 9th now. So yeah, Kamaru the other driver going long in that first stint. Definitely seems to have paid off. We'll see how Muller gets on as well. So still doing enough to stay ahead of Wilco at the moment. It's coming up to the 20-minute mark now. I think we've missed some action at the back as well. And so yeah, Kenny's dropped back into a 2.5 second penalty. Himself up to 8th. Kamaru 7th. Yeah, Kenny was, yeah, I'm sure ahead of this group anyway, but just come to the 20, just past the 20-minute mark now. And a quick run through the grid. So Gadget in first place, so comfortable first place. Just under half a battery left, just under half a tank of fuel. Muller just going critical on fuel now, so still doing a great job keeping Wilco at bay. It'll be very interesting to see where he does feed back out. Obviously carrying good pace at the moment. Now he's in clear air. And that's him diving into the pit, so we'll go back up into second place. 2% of fuel there for Muller, so it's going to be a reasonably long stop. Probably, judging by Gadget's fueling, just needs just under half a tank. That's Freddie crossing the line now in. We'll see if he's third place. We'll see where Muller feeds back out. So yeah, third is that Muller coming out of the pits now. Right, it's a long pit stop here. So third up is third, Mangino fourth, Mercer in fifth on those super softs, Kamara in sixth, and Muller rejoining in seventh place. Yeah, I'll have to ask Muller about that, if that's a glitch or that genuinely is super softs. That's yeah, Muller rejoining in seventh place, just ahead of myself and Canny. Looks like Canny's going to have a good run down the Kemmel Straight. Got the inside, but I think Canny's got the slipstream, better over speed. So it's purple by half a second. That was really deep into Lacombe. I'll get my 8th place back. So Daz having a battle for 10th and 11th behind. Daz nearly out of battery altogether. Hit the Mac and 12, that Jules taking an interesting line there again, and Jules down in 13th. So let's have a quick look at the live timings, and we've got nearly a 7-second gap for Gadget at the moment. It's just gone down to 5.2 as Wilco goes purple in sector 2. So 5.2, 10 seconds back to third. So 7 minutes left of this race, 5-second lead for Gadget at the moment. Wilco absolutely on it in second place. Third in third, Mangino in fourth. We'll see if Mangino's gonna he's going to close the gap to third in third place and put him under pressure for the last podium spot. So just keeping an eye on Mercer's times there. He's gone set a personal best last lap, and looks to be going around the same pace again. So consistent lap times there from Mercer. Solid 5th place at the moment. So Kamaru behind. A little bit less battery life there. It's going to cost him down this straight, I believe. Muller's still got a quarter of a battery, so we'll see if that how that actually pans out. He's come over the top of Rally on 115 mile an hour for King, 130 mile an hour for Muller. Yeah, so both got a slipstream, and there's almost 20 mile an hour difference. Absolutely breezes past there. Just needs to be good on the brakes and just hold the inside, and I think he has done. Nice and neat and tidy. So Muller up into 6th place now. Going to be on a rapid charge for the rest of this race. Mangino in 5th, Mercer in 4th. So, wait, did Mercer just overtake again? I think he did. Yeah, Mercer up into 4th place. Mangino down to 5th and under pressure from Muller. Muller breezes past again. battery life definitely coming into play now. Muller up into 5th. Mangino down to 6th. Let's see Kamara dropping back a little bit in 7th. Canny in 8th. Got myself in 9th. Bullet 10th. Daz in 11th. Mac in 12th. And Jules in 13th. In the lap 10 now. 2:34 for Gadget. 2:33. Is that another? Oh yeah, Wilco going purple there again. Definitely putting the pressure on Gadget, and that. Oh, it's a massive shunt there from Muller into the back of Mercer. Oh, that's a shame. He's going to lose a few places. Recovering now, back in 8th place. So. Yeah, see Muller just hanging back, waiting for Mercer to retake that position, but that's moved Kamara up into 4th, Mangino into 5th, Canny into 6th now, and myself as well getting in between, just about in between Mercer and Muller. So right towards the end of this race, can't be much more than. So that's the penultimate lap now, and so I move myself up to 7th. I imagine that's completely knocked Mercer out of his rhythm. Completely knocked Mercer out of his rhythm. I can't speak properly when I try. But yeah, Mercer down to 9th now. Good on the brakes again. So yeah, those are super softs. They look like the tyre of choice at the moment. I'm under an 8th, myself in 7th. And I think we just missed Canny moving up a pace. Did he just overtake Mangino? He gets a little bit wide there. So yeah, Canny up to 5th now. We've got Kamaru in 4th. Both of these guys with depleted batteries. Mangino down to 6. Muller's still in. Muller's reclaimed 7th place. Myself down to 8th. Mercer in 9th. Bullet 10th. Daz close behind in 11th. Mac in 12th. So I think we've lost Jules in V8. Down to 12 runners now. So. Let's check these lap times again, as this will be the final lap of the race. Gadget's still good with fuel. 2:37. Oh, a slow lap there from Gadget. 2:36.4. So yeah, I think Gadget's just done enough for the last part of this race to just save a little bit of battery. It's definitely going to come in handy now. He should extend that gap a little bit. Yeah, just a bit more lifting and coasting. Because Wilco was on an absolute charge. So I do believe there's about 3-second difference in lap time without a charged battery. As you see, he's got no power now. So you see earlier with Muller having an extra 20 mile an hour down the straights. It does add up. So I think Gadget's done enough, pulled off some good tactics there. As always from Team Sigma, it's like he could be stealing this race win away from Wilco. Out and out pace, Wilco definitely had the edge. But yeah, just not close enough today. So pit stop didn't help as well. Must have lost a few seconds there anyway. Freddie in 3rd, Muller up into 4th. So again, that is all batteries, and Muller's charged through the pack. got himself up into 4th, Kamara in 5th, Canny in 6th, Mangino in 7th, so myself in 8th, so I've fallen back somewhere. Mercer still in 9th. So yeah, Miller's absolutely blasted through this second part of the race, went long in that first stint, and yeah, it's absolutely annihilated the field coming through. Is that someone running wide in the background? Kamaru running a little bit wide through Pujon. I can't say these corner names properly without sounding silly. It's Kenny in 6th. Oh, he got 1.5 seconds penalty to get rid of. We're getting close to the end of the race now, so we'll quickly run through the pack in a minute. We'll rejoin our leader Gadget. Just coming into the chicane for the final time. Debut race this season. Pole race win. Absolutely faultless drive from Gadget, first place, well deserved. Unfortunate Wilco, but best result of the season so far from Wilco, finishing 2nd. I believe this would be Freddie's best result of the season as well, picking up a last podium spot in 3rd place. And potentially driver of the day, I'd say. Shame we get a bit of an incident, got caught up with Mercer halfway through, completely outbroke himself. Lost a lot of time, and yeah, 4th place for Muller, 5th for Kamaru, 6th for Canny, but he's still got that penalty to get rid of. That's myself, just nicking 6th place off him on the line. Canny in 7th, Margino in 8th, Mercer in 9th, so Mung spinning, Mercer spinning, Bull in 10th, Mac in 11th, and Daz in 12th. Thank you for watching, see you next week.